One message for you from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science,
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. Next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
What the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang on.
Hang
on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.
What's up, everybody? Quincy Moran of the BS Podcast. Welcome back to welcome back to another episode of the BS Podcast. I'm your host, a dismal paper bag faced Q dog. Embarrassed, the team I love. Embarrassed that Alabama just gets absolutely decimated by Georgia, 28-7. And I got to tell you, there's a lot to talk about. We'll probably get to it on Monday. So right now we are currently waiting for the Coach DeBoer press conference. But what are you going to hear in this that's going to make you feel any better? What are you going to hear in this topic of conversation? Why we didn't sit Ty for a series and put another quarterback in that would mix this up for us? What are you going to listen to that's going to make you feel better about the abysmal play call, the consistent running the clock down until 5 and 4 seconds, the lack of the sense of urgency? What are you going to hear that's going to make you feel anything but more frustrated about the way that this game turned out? So, oh man, I love the Crimson Tide. I've told people this before, and I'll reiterate this to talk myself off the ledge. After the Florida State game, I thought we were going to win a maximum, just judging by what we looked like. I thought we might win a maximum of 8 games. I thought we might be an 8-win team. So knowing that we were ranked number 1 in the SEC, headed to Georgia, I felt like we were playing with house money. I also felt like the game was going to be close. And thanks to our lack of offensive productivity, it was anything but that. And it just makes you scratch your head on the play call. It makes you scratch your head on the mismanagement of the clock. It makes you scratch your head on the down and distance and what we're doing, and the lack of execution on special teams. It's just beyond me. I know we were hurt. Georgia had hurt guys too. I know it's a long season. It's a long season for Georgia as well. But the Ty Simpson offense we saw tonight, we have seen multiple games ever since, I think, that second half, really the second half of Georgia, because we came out and we did well, I believe, against Missouri. But then we've underperformed. So I don't know what's going on with autism in the background, but go ahead and comment below. Let me know that you're watching the show. Would love to hear some of your thoughts and on the game and what's happening. We're standing by live for the Coach DeBoer press conference, but man, I got to tell you, I'm not looking forward to this press conference. I love this coach. I love his heart for the players. I love that he's a family man. All the things that we know about him that are great, that are things that you want. But what I don't love are some of these things that struggle win, even when it's not necessary. I don't get it. And I love Ty Simpson. Let me just make that clear. I love Ty Simpson at quarterback. But when you are struggling that consistently, you have an entire team to think about, Coach. And for a series, it's a pressure relief valve, I think. But, man, it has been rough. So I know that I know things are rocking out there. Hopefully we can see this very quickly so we can just go ahead and put this particular loss behind us. Not that we will. Not that we'll put it out of our mind. Who knows? You know, the major topic of conversation is going to be, should Alabama be in the playoffs? I sort of vacillate on that. You know, I kind of go back and forth. Wild Bill, welcome to the program. We're just waiting for Coach DeBoer's press conference. Anything you would like to say right now?
What is there to say?
That's a fair point, brother.
They look unprepared in my eyes.
Yes, sir.
We've seen enough teams blitz us. We should be able to have some kind of a package to stop teams from blitzing us. The quarterback, I don't know what's happened to him. I mean, I know he's been hit. He's under pressure. But some of these little simple throws that he can't make, I don't know, but I'm like you. I think he should have come out for a series or two. Get some new eyes in there. If Coach Saban can do it in the national championship game, why can't you do it in the SEC championship game?
That's right. That's right.
And, you know, the defense, I thought played well.
Yep, I did too.
I don't know. Georgia had somewhere, maybe 300 yards total offense. But when you're given a short field block punt on the 22-yard line or whatever it was, the defense is in a hole.
Consistently, yeah, all night, consistently.
You're in a hole, but yeah, they missed some tackles, but I thought they played pretty well considered.
I did too.
But it was just the offense. So I don't know. And talking about the playoff, if we play like we did today, we don't need to be in. But I'm like you, just game after game after game, everything being so close when there's no need. And so I don't know. I'm afraid they may have played themselves out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's. I think that's an excellent point. Because if you keep the game close, I mean, you're seated number one in the SEC. Rematch against the team that you beat on the road. You keep it close, then you're in good shape. Now, I look at this and that not every team is playing, and should the conference championships even be counted when it comes to it? I'm not so sure that it is, because it's a game outside of the regular season, but I'd have a leg to stand on if we played better, but we just offensively, and I'm with you, Wild Bill. I think our defense played well, all things considered. We were a short field most of the night.
Yeah.
And I want to try and pull up, the stats, just to see the time of possession and the number of plays, because I mean, just three and out, just making terrible choices. And the thing that drives me crazy, and Josh was articulating it well, the thing that drives me crazy is we're up there and there's no sense of urgency. We're just burning the clock.
Right.
And the more time that we're burning the clock, it's like the more opportunity the defense has to
rest.
Yeah. Mr. Guspeth, thank you for that stab in the chest. rooting for your Buckeyes. Appreciate that, Mr. Clint Guspeth. Y'all have it. Y'all have your hands full tonight with Indiana, or are you just going to torch them? I think that's a great question. But I don't know what's happening with the Coach DeBoer press conference. We'll stick around for a few more minutes. But it just at this. Oh, no need to be sorry. It's sports, dude. It's all good. It's sports. Alabama earned the fan base that particular comment. And I would say that Ohio State just, the championship runs through them right now anyway. And nobody really touched them last year. But what, I mean, AJ, you watch the Dynasty podcast like I do with Chris Stewart and AJ McCarron and Trent Richardson. And it's something that AJ's been articulating the entire season. It's stuff we've complained about on our own show, which is why are we running the play clock down so far? What is going on with all these extra moves that we're trying to make? Let's try to simplify some things and go play football. And it's not happening. And like you say, too, I echo that, and Josh echoed that tonight. Week in and week out, it's struggle win, struggle win, struggle win. And what are we doing differently?
Nothing.
So go ahead, Wild Bill.
We're doing nothing. Even running that 2-minute offense, he was still running the play clock down. When we was trying to hurry, he was still running the play clock down. I don't understand that. Running hurry up is you trying to get the defense tired.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Josh made a great point. It was the fourth quarter before we took a shot downfield.
Yeah.
What's that about? And I'm not going to sit here and say that the offensive line didn't do well. Ty got sacked. Yeah, he got sacked 3 times, but they gave him time to pass. Especially early on in the football game, they gave him time. And he missed wide open receivers. And it's something that is happening consistently. And I just, like I said before you hopped on, to me, it's a pressure relief valve. You just, man, for the good of the team, you gotta sit a guy a series. And it's just, and now it's too late. I'm afraid that, I'm afraid that the committee has already talked about our inability to run the ball, no matter what we did. Of course, we had Jam Miller was hurt, but we had -3 rushing yards, a lot of that, due to the sack, but -3 rushing yards, nothing to brag about, passing yards. And it was such a bummer because Jeremy Bernard, Ty did hit him in the chest in the end zone. No catch. Ryan Williams dropped the pass in the end zone.
Yeah. Yep. So
let me see what's going on here. I don't know if anything's happening here, but
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Please listen.
Hold on just a minute. We got a bit of an advertisement here.
Look how hard he had to work to do that. Yeah. It wasn't like you just catch it and get north and south and you pick up an extra 7 to 10 yards. Right. I mean, he's dancing all over the place trying to make guys miss just to pick up an extra 2, 3, 4 yards. I mean, they rallied to the football tonight. Their defense is really good. Glenn Schumann and Kirby Smart had this team ready to play today.
Yeah. But it comes back to what you originally said. When you're able to defend the run with 5 men in the box, you can do a lot of things on the outside. All the eye candy, misdirection, motions, they don't affect you. You're able to stay at home, keep everything in front of you, not give up the home run plays, and just rally to the football when you're able to stop the run.
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that can play. Even in zone coverage, they had tight coverage. And it's hard to continue to move down the field when you got zone coverage and
you have to be extremely accurate, which is what he was the first time around.
That's right.
And tonight he did not have that.
Yeah, that's right.
Bulldogs pick up the win 28-7 over Alabama. Coming up shortly, we'll hear from the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Coach DeBoer, his post-game press conference here on the read.
Looks like Wild Bill looks like they're getting ready to do it, so we'll stick around for just another minute. Get this press conference in, and we'll see what Coach DeBoer has to say.
Step into the world of Nespresso and bring magic to every morning.
Oh man, definitely not a ton of fun.
Play. I think, credit to Georgia's defense, right? Like, they did a good job. And we just got to make the easy things easy. I feel like, to be good on third down, we got to be better on first and second down. Back to, your healthy question, right? Like, step one of the season, everybody's getting hit. Everybody's, some sore in some type of way.
Next question.
Question for Deontay. Georgia had like almost 37 minutes of possession time. Obviously, the offense wasn't on the field a whole lot. Did that do anything to physically wear y'all down, stamina-wise, in the second half?
I don't think we were worn down. I mean, shoot, we was just going out there and trying to do whatever we can to get the ball back to our offense. I mean, we wasn't worn down.
So for Ty, just how frustrating is it to kind of have this offensive showing collectively as an offense? You have the playoffs kind of on the line here.
I mean, yeah, we have a standard, right, as an offense in general. We think that, we know we're the best offense in the country. And then when we don't show it right, like, it's very frustrating, especially times when, we're just, a couple things away. So, like I said, credit to Georgia's defense, right? Like, they had a good plan. That's just pretty much simple as that.
Left side, second row. Players only right now.
Ty, how nervous are you going to be tonight, knowing tomorrow, the playoff committee is going to look at this game and consider what, the whole season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not nervous at all, right? Like, it's not up to me. I think that our resume speaks for itself. We went through a gauntlet of a schedule. SEC is the best conference in the country. That's a really good team. That's pretty much simple as that, right? Like, we went through a tough schedule, and we're the most resilient team in the country. And everything, our resume speaks for itself.
Back row on the right.
Ty, last game, the third down conversions were the big story. Obviously, not the same sort of results. What stuck out to you in the way that Georgia was able to defend you tonight?
Yeah, they did a good job, right, of, bringing some pressures. It's almost like they were bringing somebody on almost every down. But, we kind of knew what they were expecting to a sense of, what they did in the second half on the last game. They played tight coverage. Got to make some throws, got to make some catches, got to do the little things right. Like, it's just pretty much football, right? Disappointing for sure. But, it is what it is. So.
Front row.
For Ty, you just kind of hit on it a little bit, but how much did Georgia's pressure affect what you were able to do tonight?
Like I said, right, credit to those guys. They did a good job. They had some, copycat blitzes from people that we've seen before. We picked up some. But I got to be better at, just communicating in general, right? Like, get on the same page with Parker and the O-line. But, I mean, just like I said, credit to those guys. Georgia's good defense. We're a good offense. Just didn't roll our way tonight.
Any other questions for players? If not, we'll go to Coach DeBoer. Thank you, guys. Okay.
They're good?
Yeah, they're good. We'll go back here on the front row on the right.
Kalen, what is your pitch for why you're still a playoff team?
Well, I think you look at the games that we played throughout the season, but if you're really looking at this game, I mean, it was a 14-point game with 7.5 minutes to go. We had the ball. I mean, there you can look at things that didn't go well. We gave them 4 short fields. And again, I don't want to take anything away from what Georgia did, right? The field position battle is part of it. But gave them 4 short fields. I mean, that's a testament to our defense being resilient. And, one of those touchdowns, I mean, if we're really worried about the score, then probably punt it on your own 11, right? But I'm here to win an SEC championship. I'm not here to – if you lose by 1 or you lose by more, it's still a loss. And that's what I was caring about. We're here to win an SEC championship. We can't get worried about how much do we lose by or that was what it was about. And we're here to win. That's how we play. And again, it was a 14-point game. We have the ball with 7.5 minutes to go, against a really good team that knows us well and we know them well. I thought our defense did a heck of a job going against them. One thing we didn't really do was take the ball off them, and the one turnover they got helps up. And again, a short field. So again, that's football. But that's the way I looked at this game. And if this game applies to and takes away from our resume, I don't think that's right. I really don't. I think the precedent's been set, and I don't know how you can go into a conference playoff game when you're the number 1 seed and did all these things throughout the year, and playing in this game against one of the top teams in the country as well. How that can hurt you and keep you out of the playoff when, again, we've done what we've done all year.
Front row.
Yeah, you mentioned field position. There wasn't any possessions where you started over the 25-yard line. Just what that kind of play offensively?
Yeah, it was back and forth there early, right? Could get it going there, and then they punt to us and did a nice job pinning us back. I'm trying to remember. There was a possession there. They scored on their short fields and got the 14-point lead there. So the field position is a big deal. It's a huge deal, and so makes it harder. You're swimming upstream for sure, but our guys, move the ball there at the end. Still almost scored another touchdown. If we're really worried about point differentials, we're right there, and you're not going to take the points and kick a field goal just to make the score look better. That's not what it's about. It's about winning a conference championship, and credit Coach Smart and what they did. They had a better day today.
Stay on the front row.
Yeah, Kalen, is there anything that you feel like y'all need to do to help get Ty's confidence back, or do you not think that's even an issue with him right now?
I think it's just having some continuity in practice. If I went through, and I don't think this is what this is about, but if I went through the guys who we are gluing together, and again, I know that locker room has the same situation going on, but you talk about Parker Brailsford, who, if you give these guys 2 weeks to get ready and what the health will look like for these guys, Parker Brailsford, Germ, Daniel Hill, I'm not going to say what he's playing through, but he would 2 weeks, it'll be a different Daniel Hill. Okay. And, you execute or you have a lack of execution in practice or in games because you probably didn't have everyone out there working together in practice. And so, Dewberry will be back 100%. He was, at the end of the week, Gino, would be back. He got taken out of the game there. He'd be back. I can keep going on down the line. More reps for our other running backs. We fully expect to have Jam back. 2 of our 3 losses are when Jam doesn't play, and so there's really not a chance that it felt like he could play today, but he's not that far away. It's not the one, to me, the injury that keeps you out and, holds you back. And so, again, even a chance it'd be tight, but a chance even Kevin Riley, that one might be a little bit tight, just to be real with you. And so, there's a lot of guys. I think that's really what it comes down to, is playing with your guys, and we got into this game today, and, the execution just wasn't quite as crisp, but there's usually a reason for that. And so, again, defensively, the same thing. Kelby Collins and LT and ZB, in the game today, dinged up, and Dijon a little bit before the game, just with an evaluation there that we had where we had to kind of hold off. But all those guys in 2 weeks, considerably different football team. It's the one that you would have seen, in earlier in the season.
Back row on the right.
Kellen, 2 questions about the punt block. One, I think Georgia's not always played 6 or 8 guys up on the line. Was that something you had seen much, and then kind of what happened on that play that you saw?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what happened. We got a new face in the spot. Obviously that's LT Overton's position, and just tell you what it is. There's a check we got to make, and you got a new face in that spot, and that's what happened. And so, again, getting guys and more reps and getting guys back out there makes a big deal. I don't fault our guys that were in that spot doing everything they can. But there's a check we got to make, one we make all season long. We missed it, and they got an extra hat that we couldn't block.
2 questions here in the white in the middle.
Coach Ryan Williams was able to break free a couple times in this game, but then a couple times, he was off the field and some of the moments after that. Just kind of talk about the approach of Ryan Williams.
Yeah, we were intentional in trying to get him the ball, and we got 4 guys that really are working hard in the rotation. And someone's going to be out, and if we go 2 tight ends, which we still like to do, there might be 2 guys out. But Ryan, came out and had a great week of practice. He's one of the guys that is pretty healthy, and so we were intentional. He made some plays, like you said, and there's more to be had out there the next time he gets a chance.
Final question, front row, third over.
Coach, is it still the plan to have Coach Shepard continue with the team for whatever's next, or is it possible you'll have to be replacing him soon?
Yeah, there'll be a couple days. We're going to try to make it go as long as we can, and he might have to have a few days, especially early in the week here, where he has to take care of some things with his team. And, that's where, my background with the position and just the offense and stuff, we'd be lighter here at the beginning of the week, no matter, what the situation was. And so, but yeah, we intend to do everything we can to have him with us throughout the course of the playoffs. And I know he wants that. Help him be efficient, help him that way.
Coach, thank you very much.
Yep, you bet.
All right, well, Bill, there you have it. Definitely didn't like some of what I heard there in the press conference. So I think Coach DeBoer is probably going to go back and think about the things that he said. Looks like he's going to go back and review preparation and see that, it's on him that the team was not prepared and didn't play well. Now, he can't go out and catch a pass, but he certainly can prepare the right guys that are going to be on the field, him and his coaching staff, and work hard to get the most out of them. So do we see a different Alabama team in 2 weeks than we saw today? Potentially, probably. But at the same time, it was an abysmal offensive performance. And that's the tough part. If you get left out of the playoffs, you never want to leave it up to the judges. So if it's left up to the committee, you get left out of the playoffs, it's on our team. And I'm about loyalty, Wild Bill. I love loyalty. But ultimately, you can't have just loyalty to one person. You've got to have loyalty to your team. And so I always try not to necessarily be this critical, because to a much lesser degree, I've been on a coaching staff. I've been on the field. I've been in the locker room, been a part of the discussion when it comes to quarterbacks and what we're doing here. But, they prepared for Ty Simpson and he's obviously struggling. If there's anybody who says that he's not, they're just lying to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so his confidence is not changing. And I think tonight would have been a good night, to get somebody. Actually, I think South Carolina or some of those other games, it's easy to armchair quarterback, Wild Bill, but your final thoughts as we wrap this one.
Well, it was a tough day, but Georgia had injuries. We had injuries.
Yeah.
You had this week with the guys that you knew was going to play. They should have been ready.
That's right.
And yeah, it's different. You're in a championship game. I understand that. It's different. But still, I was watching A.K. Deer a couple of times attempting to pick up the blitzer. I laughed one time. the guy's coming and he just turned sideways like this. Instead of trying to just square up and hit him, he just turned sideways and the guy just come right by.
Yeah.
And we wonder why they don't get to play. That's why.
That's why. I'm probably most befuddled by just the absolute disappearance from Richard Young. I really thought this was going to be a year for him to pick up and really take off. And so
But they say
I
he
do
won't
not.
block.
He won't block?
I hear he can't pick up a blitz and linebacker or whoever. So I mean, I don't know.
Wowzers.
But you know, Quincy there one time, AK Deer got to the outside. He picked up 7 or 8 yards. But if he'd have cut back into the middle of the field, there's no telling how far. But he just kept going to the outside, right into the defender, instead of making one cut and going.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. But hopefully the sun will come up tomorrow. It will.
That's right.
There.
That's right.
Life goes on.
It's entertainment for us, the fans. It's a business for the coaching staff and the players. So, you know, none of us fans want it as bad as they do. And, you know, as frustrated as we are, we're not even the ones putting the work in, Wild Bill. They are.
Right.
So now it's all up to the committee and what that looks like. And we will find out where Alabama lands in the playoff conversation tomorrow. So obviously we'll have a lot to talk about on Monday. Your final word before we go away.
It's still a great day to be a Bama fan, even though we lost. At least we were there. There was, 12 other teams in our conference that wasn't there.
That's a fair point.
Georgia was there.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
We had a great recruiting day, signing period, so we got help on the way.
Help is on the way. All right. Well, I like it, Wild Bill. Thanks a lot, brother. Glad you jumped in the studio. If you're new in town or you've been under a rock, Alabama got absolutely beat up badly, embarrassed 28-7 by the Georgia Bulldogs in the rematch for the SEC championship. That puts Alabama 1-1 on the season with Georgia, and Kalen DeBoer 2-1 against the great Kirby Smart. Wild Bill is so distraught he's yawning on the program, which I don't blame him for. But hey, for Wild Bill, I am Quincy Moran. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, I guess Hunter's doing something back there. Roll Tide, everybody. Good night now.
One message for you two from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science, you know.
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. Next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it. Like,
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
what the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang on. Hang on.
Moran.
Hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.
I watched it.